Hi guys, this is Mauro. Are you the kind of person that trains at a very high intensity every time you set foot on the court, or every time you're in the classroom, or every day you go to work? Are you the kind of person that really puts 100% out there when you're given a task on where you're performing at anything? That makes a big difference between what is a world-class performer and the rest of the people, what is an amateur basketball player and LeBron James. That is something that can really make a difference in your life, and at the same time that is something that is it's difficult to achieve because not everybody, it takes a different mindset. It takes a different kind of thinking, a different kind of seeing life. I want to talk about intensity and patience, and I'm gonna be reading some lines, some lines from an article that I wrote about it, and I'll be talking about that. So the first line says 1 hour of training for an international level performer could be 4 or 5 hours of training for an average level performer. It says the phrase says everything. I don't know if you have been able to go and see Nadal practicing on you go to a video on YouTube and you see Nadal practicing, and the guy, you can tell that he's totally focused, he's in the moment, he's there, and he leaves everything in the court. He makes a habit of leaving his heart on the court. The guy doesn't keep anything. So the moment he makes that transition from the tennis court, from the practice to the competition, it just comes natural. It just happens natural. He doesn't even have to think about it. So give it a thought. You could very well do the same thing when you're in school, when you're at work. Just get used to do things at a very high level of intensity and focus. And it's very easy to make that transition to any other part of your life. All right, I'm gonna read the second part. It says visualization of how you want to see yourself performing during training and during competition will help you create the desire and the motivation to push yourself every single day you work out. Your mind needs a clear and precise image of yourself performing at your highest level. Tell your brain, this is how I do this. This is how it happens. This is who I am. And play the movie in your mind so it has a vibrant representation of how you want things to happen. Visualization is one thing that a lot of people, when I talk about it in a lot of my tennis lessons, people have like an odd feeling about it because they think that it's a psychological thing. The fact that it's done for more than the 80% of the Olympic athletes, the fact that Djokovic did it ever since he was 6 or 7 years old with his coach back then, the fact that Nadal does it, that Federer does it, that LeBron does it, the fact that we have done visualization all of our lives ever since we were kids, and that's what pretty much have led us to where we are and what we feel about everything. Everything that we like is because we see it in our mind ever since. I don't know, if you have a phobia, let's say, to spiders, that phobia comes from probably an experience that you had in the past, and every time you had that feeling or that thought in your head, you remember what happened. See, so you're visualizing every single thing that we like or dislike has been created in our mind because of visualization without noticing. We don't notice it, but that's how we create that, So when you practice, you want to visualize yourself, how you want to play, where you want to get, how you want to feel, how you want to work your posture, how you look, how you talk, how you move, You want to create that image of yourself, a positive, powerful image of yourself. And when you go to bed, do it 5-10 minutes before you go to sleep. Just lay down, close your eyes, and replay that movie in your head. You know, the mind doesn't know if what you're doing is you're actually, let's say, if you're practicing baseball, the mind doesn't really know if you're actually, in the field, or where. The mind just sees you doing those images, doesn't know if it's real or not, if you're actually physically there or not. It just believes it, So you practice visualization, that it's something that we have done all of our lives. Every habit, every belief that you have, it has been created by visualization, but you never notice it. People just gave it a technical name, and that's when they start freaking out and thinking, oh, that's a psychological thing that I don't know if I can handle. Do it, and it will help you. High intensity training will not work if only done every now and then. That is the standard for the amateur or average player. They will do it every other day or just when they feel like doing it, not in a consistent basis. Ordinary competitors practice to be regular or mediocre contenders. World-class competitors train to challenge any opponent in the worldwide arena, not only at state or national tournaments. See, that's one thing that makes a big difference. There is people that they put the best. They wanna give their best every single day, and there is people that they wanna do it only when they feel like. I mentioned it in a video before. You have to do things even when you don't feel the emotion there, And many times you're not gonna feel the emotion, but you have to train yourself to say, just do it like that. Just keep putting everything, doing it at the best that you can, everything out there. Push yourself to make a habit of doing that. Don't do it when you feel like, because that's average training. Average training is gonna give you average results. Do it like a world-class performers every single day, and believe me, it's not gonna take you long until you start seeing results. You start seeing differences in the way you think, in the way you behave, in the way you perform. Do not expect immediate results, but expect a change in your mentality, and you will soon start noticing your important changes in your body and mindset as well. Be patient. The results will come, but you have to learn to be okay with nothing happening. It is not really that nothing is happening. It's just a natural process of going through a transformation that eventually will show the desired results. This is something very important because nowadays, especially young people, they want instant gratification. Things happening fast. The best things in life are not going to happen fast. They're going to take a while, but they are well worth the waiting, the working, doing it over and over and over. Usually when we start doing something, many times we improve fast, and then we kind of hit a plateau. That's a normal thing to happen. When you hit that plateau, that's when people give up many times. What happened? I was doing so well, then all of a sudden now nothing is happening. I feel like I've been standing in the same place for the same time. I'm on the same level. I'm not moving forward. It's not that you're not moving forward. You just gotta stick to it. Eventually you're gonna start moving up again. That is a natural process. When you start from zero learning something, you're gonna learn so much fast, then all of a sudden you're gonna hit a point where you're not gonna move forward. You're gonna feel like you're moving forward. It happens when you do weights too. All of a sudden you start feeling stronger and bigger, and you keep doing and doing and doing, and you look at yourself and you say, I'm stuck in the same place for months or weeks or whatever. You're not. You just gotta keep on pushing. All right. One of the most notable differences between world-class performers and amateurs is the tenacity and determination they have in the preparation or training process. So successful people know that things will happen, but only if we let it go through the natural process. They know that the key to success is not how many times you win, but how many times you get beaten and get up and keep going. And they are willing to sacrifice losing points, games, or even matches, knowing that long-term benefits are well worth going through. When you're changing something in yourself, when you're improving at something, you have to learn long-term real things that are going to help you. You got to pay for them. there is a period of sacrifice. There is a period that you have to do it over and over, just believing that it's gonna change. And you gotta be fine with the idea that things nothing is gonna happen. That's a plateau, but you gotta be fine with it, because you know that eventually it is gonna happen. You have to be fine with the idea that you have to wait for it. Like we say, no instant gratification. The best things in life, they're gonna take time. You cannot create real belief, on something if you think that it's just gonna happen like that. The first day you might do well, and the second day you might do well, and you might think that you already got it, but it's not gonna happen. There is always gonna come a time that something is gonna beat you hard. Life is gonna bring you down to your knees, and you're gonna be like, wow, I didn't expect that. I thought I was ready. We are never as ready as we think we are. That's why we gotta keep on going and moving and preparing and moving on and on and on. But you have to make sure that you're pushing every day, and you have that full belief in yourself that you are capable to do it, and that you're gonna be able to do it regardless of how long it's gonna take you. That's why you gotta focus just in the moment. Just keep pushing every day. It's gonna come. When you put everything you got there, when you have the will, the determination, the character, and the mindset, believe me, nothing can stop you. And you're gonna have plenty of people that are gonna tell you negative things and try to stop your stuff. You have to have patience, and you have to keep the intensity. Give it all you got for a long period. It doesn't matter what it takes. This is something that you just have to create a habit of working like that, with a lot of intensity, with a lot of patience. Okay? Alright guys, this is Mauro again. I hope it helps, and I see you soon.